Hello, with this video I will explain how it is possible to generate a scouting report from the scratch with the help of the scouting app. Your platform is something created for make easy the process of realization of your own scouting reports following your evaluation criteria and be able to work in analysis with it. We allow you to make a scouting reports following two different ways to analyze a player. A subjective criteria, so you can be able to choose your own attributes and make a evaluation following your way to analyze a player, and also be able to make an analysis following a data performance, stats, and of course having a deep vision about your players following exactly also his performance and more. But how is it possible to generate that? First of all, we can go there inside the sections and click on add a new players. When we arrive inside this specific area, we are able to starting to follow players inside your internal database, where it's possible to make a quick research inside 600 football leagues and of course have a deeply access to players and more. So for example, if we start to generate a reports, I will show to you how it's possible to make that. So we can start to digitate the surname of the players, we can go there to generate the data, we can select the player profiles, and the system with the auto biofilling will generate the player profile and offer you the opportunity also to starting to continue to fill the additional data if you want. So you can also indicate phone number, email address, the name of his agent, if the player is on loan from other clubs, when will expire his contract, and more. Here we can starting also to make a valuation about first time we scout the player, about the current ability, and also regarding the potential ability. After that, we can also indicate the secondary position and the third position the player is able to cover, also because the main position the system will be able to indicate with the other following data, as the current club, other personal info, and more. We can also indicate the club where we scout for the first time this player, and if we go down, the system will show to us the ball attribute list for generate the subjective evaluation, and inside this list we can choose the attributes between the four main macro area, tactical, technical, physical, and mental one, and made exactly your own evaluation following your needs, because inside this specific list of attributes you can choose the attributes you need without any kind of limitation. So you can exactly choosing the number and the type of the attributes you want with these bars and make evaluation between 0 and 10 and choosing exactly your own preference. So for example, if you want to use these 5 attributes and you will click save, the system will generate a matrix following exactly your way to analyze the player and will discard the attributes you will give at 0. So in the final reports will not appear any kind of reference to the attributes you will give at 0. And the next time you will arrive again inside this section for made an evaluation about a position you already read, the system will show to you in a priority way all the attributes you choosing the last time. In this case, if for example we will make a new report for a striker, the system will show to us only these 5 attributes and automatically will hide the attributes will give at 0. So it's also a way for make easy the process for analyze again players, and of course this will allow you to import your own subjective evaluation criteria. So for example, it looks like this. I will choose again a striker position, and as you can see, this is the attributes choosing from the last time when we made a report about a striker. So this is exactly the number of attributes choosing, but as you can see, for each macro area we can go there, show all, and we can reset again your own preference for choose the attributes we discard the first time and change your own preference about it. So when we fill the whole information and when we click save, we can be able quickly to arrive in the final reports and having a visualization like this. So here we have the basic information, what the system was able to generate automatically, as I showed you before. In this ground, the system will show to us the main and the secondary position. So what we choose for this player, the other basic data, and this is exactly the rating coming out from the subjective evaluation about the attributes we choose in the previous page. Here we have another scale who can allow us to rate the ability of the player between 5 points, between A and D, and this will allow you also to having a specific coding for made a quickly research about your own data and more. If we go down here, inside these sections, we can have a quickly access to the data performance and the stats regarding these player profiles. How is it possible to generate that? We can go there, we can select again the player position, and the system will show to us this kind of information and data in a 3 different way, season by season, showing us the whole competition who was involved with this player by any season he was a player professional. And also here we can be able to have a quick vision about the all-time data by competition of this player. So we can also be able to have a quick resume regarding the whole match made during his career by any competition he was able to play, and also the opportunity to check by year, so by solar real, any data and stats coming out from his career. So for example, if we check season by season, the system will show to us the whole competition data, who is a player was involved, and also be able to have a deep vision about his previous career, also for his match. And these are the also from the attendance, the match who is involved with the national team, not from the football club, and be able to have a deep vision about the whole stats of these players during the time. So for example, if you want to check the match he was involved during this season in Premier League with Manchester United, we can see he was able to play 4 matches, 0 match like a starter, the number of minutes he was involved during the match, a general rating coming out from his performance, and other data like number of shots, goal, assists, passes, tackles, and more. We can have the same vision by the whole competition he was involved during his career, so a quickly resume regarding the whole match made competition by competition, and also by solar year, so any year, not football season, but for any year the system will resume the whole match he was able to play. This data coming from your external API, we have a specific agreement who can allow us to have a specific data for working analysis during the time. And of course, this coverage of data will include 600 leagues from all around the world and be able, of course, to giving us the opportunity to provide to your customers access to the data and more. If we go there, we can also write the report, so you can text your personal notes, you can custom the text if you desire, and also put a title for remember what you should store inside your account. Of course, you have no limits about that, and when you click save, the system will highlight the information about this kind of notes here and be able to have a quick vision regarding this specific kind of notes. You can be able to store notes for a different topic, so for injuries, for the physical structure, weakness, and you have also access to the multimedia sections where you can add any kind of external search you want. So you can connect full video match, highlights, audio file, you can update image, document the PDF, and also you can be able to connect any kind of external search you want. Simply copy and paste the destination link of that page. You can rename as you prefer. And if you want to check, for example, these short clips regarding this clip, regarding the skill of this player, you can be able to having that touches and choose, for example, from YouTube the skills of this player in a quickly way. If you want to achieve a final approbation to this player before to approve a transfer or something like this, you can also read, for example, attendancy to the injuries, if the player reading to the category, extra cost, and more. When we go down here, the system will show to us also the whole subjective evaluation we generated in the previous page. And as you can see, this is exactly the type and the number of the attributes we choose, highlights in a two different way, inside that bars and also in the radar. And as you can see, each micro area will offer us a deep vision regarding the average about the attributes we read, and this specific kind of evaluation will offer you the opportunity also to work in the same workspace for any player profiles, because if you need to read again and you will scout again this player, you don't need to create a new player profiles and more, but simply in the search bar you can open that profile, you can go there and you can add a new player evaluation, write new notes and more. So you can also add a unlimited number of player evaluation with that attributes. For example, as you can see, this is the evaluation number 2, but if you want, you can add anytime you will scout this player new evaluation, because the system will read, as you can see, also exactly the day when we was able to scout that player profile without limits. Always possible to add a new one. Simply we can go there, add new player evaluation, and that's all. We will arrive inside that sections where the system will offer a deep vision about the attributes we rated the last time, so you don't need to go crazy or generate a new reports about that players for remember the score of each attributes we evaluated last time, but simply, as you can see, you can increase or decrease the evaluation of that attributes as you prefer without any kind of limits. As you can see, this is a deep vision about the attributes we used last time. If you click Save, of course, the system will take you back inside that sections with the new evaluation, and of course, for the number of evaluation we will be able to add inside this specific system, the platform will made a specific average about each one of that evaluation, offering you the opportunity to have that rating always update with the new data and new evaluation and more. At the end, if you want, it's also possible to share that report in a two different way. You can generate a specific PDF here, where the system will allow you also to print this specific document with the whole evaluation data and more, so you can be able to provide this specific link or this specific report, to any person you want to share your works. And if you want, you can also be able to generate a specific link with the whole information and data here, where it's also quickly easy to share via WhatsApp, on email, social media and more. So if you, for example, you want to share how to set the system, you can also simply copy and paste that link, and automatically the person will be able to check the whole information, the data, the reports, the whole evaluation inside the attribute sections, and they will be able only to read that information and not edit, not delete or change something, but simply having a quickly access about your data without enter inside your account. So your information will be always safe in your hands, and you can be able, of course, to manage your data as you prefer without any limits.